Today we're doing a full day of eating while being on a lean bulk because 3 weeks ago I went to my second ever hydrostatic weigh-in, and when I show you the results during today's video, which by the way I almost chose not to because of my fear of what are they gonna say kicked in, I'll also be sharing with you my way of going about this as well as the reasoning as to why I decided to do this in the first place, which is actually really vulnerable for me, so I'm a little nervous, but here we go.
You can call what I've been doing a lean bulk, and today I'm gonna share with you what I eat, which looks different every single day. Before we make breakfast, I need to show you. This entire bag has 35 calories and 5 grams of protein. It's actually pretty pricey, but oh my god, so many in there. But we're saving it for tonight. And I don't actually count calories, but I have been eating in a caloric surplus because I went and got a BodyFat test.
I'm about to get a hydrostatic body fat test. So it says that it's the safest, most accurate method.
So the first time that I got a hydrostatic weigh-in, it was July 9th, and I had just completed my 30 days of fat loss and muscle gain experiment. And according to this test, at the time I was at 12.5% body which my hydrostatic weigh-in test said that I had about 1% lower body fat than my body spec test. And well, if you've watched my 100 days of creatine video update, you'll know that I had just done another body spec test that put me at about just over 10% body fat at this point, which I was very surprised about as I'd been eating a lot more food than previously. So I was very interested to find out what this test would say.
But let's update your weight. Go ahead and step right on there. 122.1. Last time you were 0.7.
Going into this hydrostatic weigh-in, I had expected that my body fat percentage would have been about the same, but I was hoping for an increase in muscle mass. My goal was never to go below 12% body fat, but all I could say at this moment was that I, inside of my body, was feeling better than ever.
Right, so now you have 2 pieces of data to look at.
Yeah.
This is where you see the real change. Like for you, your total weight didn't change really. Yeah. Right? So we can't judge that number alone. But if you change your nutrition and your activity levels, your composition will change. But what changes exactly? This is what shows you. You know, it was July when we saw you last. So
Yes.
you've gained 3.4 pounds of muscle.
Ooh.
And dropped about the same in fat. So you dropped 3.3%. So now you're a single digit girl. You know, one of the things to gain muscle, it requires more food. You're probably eating more.
I am eating more, yeah. Which is crazy because of the body composition, yeah.
Right.
I really have been feeling like I've been eating so much more. And this just proves that it's true because my resting metabolic rate has increased to almost 1,600 calories, which I love that. That just shows that when we build more muscle, we can eat more calories. This means that if I have a day where I burn 1,000 calories with my resting metabolic rate as it is now, I would need 2,600 calories just to maintain my weight, which just shows that's a lot of calories. Secondly, 9.2% body fat. That sounds a little cray-cray.
But you know what's even more cray-cray? When I first started on my fitness journey, and at the time I was 10 pounds lighter minimum than I am right now, but my body fat percentage at the time was 15%. That's wild. That's really freaking wild.
Something I also find really cool is knowing that when you're in your 20s, you can have a lot lower essential body fat percentage than 30s, 40s, 50s, and so on. Just something cool to keep in mind.
Because this is a very low body fat percentage, and so I asked Linda about her professional opinion on this. And we'll get to her answers later in today's video, but first,
I thought I had gained some fat because of the amount of food I've been eating, but because I've been training so hard, I had basically just been maintaining my weight, lowering my body fat, and upping my muscle mass. And after that specific body fat test, I decided to just eat even more food. Zucchini, onion, little cauliflower rice. I have a little bit left of this vegan sausage, which if you watched my 180 grams of protein on a 1,600 calorie vegan diet video, then you know that that's why I got it. We are going to be using keto bread toast. I only have 2 left. Each slice has 30 calories and 3 grams of protein. It's so good. I've been eating a little bit too much of it. And you know what else I think we should make today? Something that we have not made in a while, but that I still love to my bones. Bowl, my 1UP Nutrition protein powder, 3/4 scoop, little baking powder, and a dribble of water. I'm whispering because I got 2 girlies sleeping in the other room. And then when I use the microwave, I always get 1 or 2 comments saying that it's not good. And I know, and I'm so sorry. I just have to do it. I thought I had bought regular egg whites, but it's a little different, but it has the same macros. I think it's to make it look more like regular eggs. They always end up looking a little funny. Now let's add a little bit of Greek yogurt on our 1 minute cake. I really wanted to make this look pretty. We're already ruining it. I'm gonna add a little bit of monk fruit, cinnamon, and coconut flakes. Just a little drizzle. And now our eggs. Gonna add some of this homemade Trader Joe ketchup.
Even though I don't know the exact measurements of this breakfast, I decided to put it into MyFitnessPal so that in case you wanted to recreate it, you could see how incredibly high protein something like this is. And we're looking at 77 grams of protein and only about 500 calories. Like, what in the world? That's nuts.
I'm actually driving to Santa Monica because someone very special is in town today. But first, I have to upload today's YouTube video, which if you're new here, I'm currently almost by the end at this point of a 30-day YouTube video series where every single day I've been uploading a new YouTube video all about nutrition, training, my mindset, and just things that bring me a lot of joy on a daily basis. So I'm gonna finish that while I eat this, and then we're gonna go see someone special.
And every single day during this YouTube video series, I'm giving away one of my programs for free. So if you want to win it, you just have to comment, like, and subscribe. And I may just send it to you tomorrow.
We shouldn't work and eat at the same time, but I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna bring an egg life with me on the go, which if you're new here and you've never seen me eat my egg life before, look at these freaking macros. I don't actually count my macros on a daily basis unless it's one of my like YouTube video experiments.
Just because I used to count macros, so I have a general idea of what's in the different food I eat. And also, I'm really trying to listen to my body, which if you've been following the struggles I've been having with my gut, you know that sometimes I do well and sometimes I do not so well.
Just so you can see that it's been working, my weight has slowly been increasing. Josh, strong muscular. Let's go.
Okay, so I drove to Santa Monica because one of my friends who I've known since I was 5 years old was in LA for 24 hours, so...
This is Emma. She's my childhood friend from when I was 5. Yeah. We met when we were 5. We just love in the whole world. There's just something crazy special about a childhood friend. Like, they just know you on a whole other level. It's beautiful. I forgot my workout outfit, so I had to make a quick stop. I had a little snack.
Now the snack that I had was some leftovers from earlier this week when I made the most delicious protein
The
pretzels.
whole batch of this has 40 grams of protein.
And I shot me making them, so I thought I would share them with you because you're probably gonna want to make them as well.
Let's get in the Christmas spirit and make some Pringles because they're so easy and I'm craving Pringles right now. Is it called Pringles? I thought you were talking about pretzels. I mean pretzels! Let's make some pretzels! My resting metabolism has gone up. And so, this girl has been eating a lot more food. And one of the things that I feel like I enjoy is not Pringles, but pretzels. And while we do that, we enjoy ourselves a little bit of a candy cane. Oh! There we go. First off, 1 cup of all-purpose flour. This is 1/3 of a cup, so that's why we need 3. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. For sweetness, we like our pretzels. Pretzels to be sweet. I feel like it should be called a Pringle, whatever. A Prinzel. A Prinzel. This is a Prinzel. We're gonna make it sweet and use our sugar substitute usually.
I've been using monk fruit, but today I ran out, so...
I'm drooling because of this candy cane. It's so good. But substitute, sure. 6 teaspoons / 1/4 cup. Like, just make it as sweet as you like. 1 tablespoon of this light butter. And I'm gonna melt it. I cannot find my normal teaspoon, so we're gonna use a little... I feel like this is a Christmas teaspoon anyway. It looks like a Christmas teaspoon. Melted butter. Pour that in there. And a little bit of salt and Greek yogurt, 225 grams. I think that's a full cup. You gotta show the damage. And that's it. Are we mix?
You like monk fruit better than stevia? It's just better for the gut, I've noticed.
If you watch my other videos in this 30-day series, you know that I'm really trying to make sure that I take care of my gut and eat a lot of probiotics. Let me actually show you. Red beet and cabbage kraut, like kombucha, obviously Greek yogurt. We got a little drink here, just different things. Last but finally, to make it fully stick, some oat flour that I just blended up. And now, to the fun part. Roller, let's roll it. This is giving me memories from my childhood. Denmark is the capital of good bread. Or would you say Germany is the same?
No, I think Denmark is way better. I feel like Scandinavian baking is superior.
Danish bread is just on another level. I think I'm gonna have to form this with my hands. This is literally Denmark. Like that's the definition of a Danish bakery. They have these outside of the door. Wow! All right, they have come out and it is a work of art. Now you can put salt on there or make them sweet, put a little swerve. Each of them have a little bit of a personality. We like that. Ooh, that looks good. So if we get a big one, we're looking at 250 calories, and the small one is like 150 to 180. So you can make them any size you want. The whole batch of this has 40 grams of protein, so it's not like the most, but it's also not too bad. But also, we want some carbs to fuel those workouts, to make us feel some energy. I'm going to Denmark for Christmas. I'm gonna bring this recipe with me. Danish bakery is delicious, but this, they could learn something from this. I really feel that, especially with the little crumbles of swerve. Makes it taste very, very good. You could have 3 of these with the same calories as one of the Danish versions, so maybe worth it. Nobody saw that. Oh shit. Did it. You did it.
So I had 1.5 of those leftovers.
And now we're gonna go to the gym. You know what I think is important? If I don't actually like want a rest day or want to not go to the gym, I'm gonna go because it's a non-negotiable for me. Same goes with like my morning routine. I just think it's so important that we are very clear on our non-negotiable. And if we're not, today's the day where we sit down, boom, and we get clear on those. Oh my God. So that even when life is as wild as this lid, it ain't gonna be rocking us around because we know what's the most important thing for us. Code Prunella for 20% off your one-up nutrition. Another more recent, harder non-negotiable for me is taking the stairs. That's actually not the one I was gonna say. But it is saying the truth regardless of how hard that is. In relationships, I think it can be easy to say the things that we think the other person wants to hear, but I think that what really connects two humans is like the raw vulnerability, authenticity, honest talks. And the reason I'm sharing that is because I just had one of those. And when both parties are just willing to be honest with each other, regardless of how hard it may seem, it may be challenging in the moment, but I think that long term, it just does bring you closer in a whole new way. It's so interesting because in life, it's as if we think that we have to be strong and tough and unbreakable and people are gonna like us more, but I think it's the opposite. I think the more raw, vulnerable, honest, authentic we are, the more we also connect with other humans because it's relatable, right? We can get to know the other person on a deeper level. I feel like the more I've been daring to open up to you guys during this 30-day series, the more we've also connected. And I love that. So I'm gonna do my best to continue to do that in my relationships with you guys, just in life, because it's the hard thing. It's actually the strongest thing we can do is share our truth. I don't know who in your life you need to share your truth with right now, but maybe there is someone and then this could be yourself. Sioux Culture is the gym I go to. If you're ever in LA, please come say hi. Also, just thank you for all the freaking support you've been giving me on this series. My heart has been swelling of gratitude because it's absolutely freaking insane. Thank you so much. I forgot my headphones, which is not good, but I found these. So we're doing a double on double cable to get this working. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna listen to Don't Be So Hard on Yourself because we don't wanna be hard on ourselves. We wanna be loving towards yourself. And you know what loving towards yourself means? I mean, I don't know what it means for you, but for me, it's training so hard that it feels painful because when I do that, I'm like, oh my God, I am actually badass. I'm not as weak as I once thought I was. And neither are you, my friend. You and I are both stronger than we used to think we were. So don't be so hard on yourself is the vibe for today's workout. Oh, shit. This is where I always get stuck. But we make it back up again. We just do.
I'm working on the videos while I'm stair mastering. It's so great. I can with proudness let you know right now, this girl is ready for a snack, then she's ready for a little bit more work, and then she's ready for dinner, which dinner is gonna be absolutely phenomenal.
So I'm gonna go on a little food snack situation. So since I got the body fat test saying that I had 9% body fat, I've been on this like thing that we're calling a lean bulk, and I felt better than ever when I took that test. The last few weeks where I've been eating more and just more blah, I haven't been feeling as good.
Let me explain, because for the most part of these last few weeks, I've been eating things that my body really enjoys, but with just a little bit of an increase in calories. But there's also been nights where I've gone way overboard on foods that I knew my body doesn't respond well with, and make me feel less energized, more swollen, and well, bloated after having indulged in it. And well, the reality is two-parted. One is that this is the pattern that I used to be in the majority of my life before I fully committed to my fitness goals. And two,
I think I may have been affected by the fact that I thought I was going to get judged if I ever shared this body fat percentage test. And so I knew that, okay, I have to gain some weight back if I ever have to share this with people. And I can't be preaching that people should be doing what feels best to them and then also be afraid to share what feels best to me. But I just know the type of judgment that comes with that.
For people who see this online, they're gonna look at that, and I hear it all the time. You should gain weight, like you're too
lean.
Yes. So what's your opinion on that? A professional's opinion.
So let's see. You're 28.
Yes.
This is a general chart.
Yeah.
Right? But it gives you an idea what essential is. Essential means you need it, right? 5.4 is essential for your age group.
Yeah.
So you're visiting close to that.
Yeah.
But you're okay.
Yes.
I think the most important thing to know about being maybe too lean is, one, you won't recover well.
Yeah.
You won't sleep well. You'll get sick easily. You might even hurt yourself easier. Those are the things to look out for when you just aren't recovering.
Yeah.
That's a sign that I think is too lean.
Okay, I think I'm recovering.
You know, people can have their opinion about your leanness, but
I feel so good. Like, I feel better than ever right now. So that's,
there you go.
Yeah.
So, you know, another thing to check is, you know, push yourself in something.
Oh, yeah.
And see what your 9.4? See what 9.2 gives you for like a 5K. That's a step on the pedal race, right?
Yeah.
Or I don't know, go do a triathlon or do some sport.
Yeah,
right?
I love challenging myself, basically, things like that. Yeah,
perfect.
But as I keep repeating, I've gotten my blood test done. I feel energized when I'm in that state. I think it's a mix of that. It's a mix of the fear of judgment, of sharing that, but then also every part of life has seasons, right? So like the last 3 weeks or so has just been like eating a little over the top. I feel like I'm always having sushi whenever you and I are hanging out. I don't have sushi every day or every week. Maybe I do every week, but once a week. But it's like almost for some reason every time we hang out. I love it. I just love it.
And so at this point, I think I was happy with this little 3-week season of letting go. And now I was ready to get back to maintenance calories, back on track, and into the routines and habits that make me feel at my absolute best.
Damn it. Oh my God. I am such a mess.
Life has seasons, and I think that it's beautiful when we can enjoy the seasons of rest and recovery and also allow ourselves to let go. And equally as beautiful to know when it's time to get back onto a more disciplined track.
Are so good. And as promised, the snack of the night. If you saw my video of eating 190 grams of protein, being vegan on a 1600 calorie diet, you know I was eating these that day too. Oh, this is good. I tend to get obsessed with something specific, and then I have a lot of it until I stop and find the next thing that I have a lot of. Oh, thank you so much for watching today's video. I am so crazy grateful for you. It's wild. I'll see you tomorrow.